So when it comes to local SEO, when it comes to voice search, or it comes to anything about being found as a local business by more local customers, there's some competition out there. Now, most of the competition I've actually used. I've actually had the liberty to be able to use them. When we first started Simply Be Found, we were going to integrate with a couple of different ones, and we're going to use what's called a white label, which means we'd brand it, we'd put our platform over the top of theirs, and some of them we broke. Some of them, they couldn't handle our volume. They couldn't handle what we're doing. And a lot of them couldn't handle what we were looking for. When we started this off, we wanted to be simple. We wanted a system that works, and we wanted to create engines. As we started to notice things were broken, we started wanting to create engines to be able to accomplish it to where we weren't using third parties except for the networks that we're going to. So we ended up creating our whole entire platform from scratch all the way up to the top. But this means I know our competition. So let's take a look at our competition. Let's talk about each one. Let's talk about what I remember versus how they would compare to us. Now, some things have changed. Technology is always changing. So if I'm wrong, if they've added a feature, they fixed something, leave it in the comments. I want to hear it. I want to be able to hear your side of the story and hear what's happening out there. I love to hear that type of feedback. So the first one we're going to start with is we're going to start with APN Technologies. APN Technologies is in California, I believe. They are the ones that are making those phone calls to you saying, hey, you're not registered on voice search. Hey, you're not on Google Voice. For a while, they were saying that voice search wasn't part of local SEO. From what I'm hearing from members, now they're saying that it is included. It goes out to more networks. I think it's all because of our video that we did. I mean, there's also a couple of different ones out there. I don't know if they're part of APN or not that are making those calls, that they're actually using my photo inside of some of their marketing because we've built so much traction. We've built so much around this, and voice search hasn't even really been a thing. Voice search wasn't really a thing a year ago like it is today. Most small businesses had absolutely no idea that voice search registration was a piece. And we've really opened up. We've really started looking into that. Now, the pandemic helped change that, and it's kind of evolved from there. But this wasn't even really a category inside of marketing 4 years ago when we first started this. We knew it was. We knew it was going to happen. We knew that whole entire shift because that's our whole entire story. But we didn't know it was going to be where it is today. But now all these guys are making these phone calls. They're trying to get businesses to switch. They're a high-pressure sell. How we compare against them. For one, we have a platform. For two, we're more than that. We have a bunch of tools that you can be able to use to help you grow your business. We're not just blasting your information out there unless that's all you want. Then you can just sign up for listings and blast your information out. But we actually connect to your profiles. We make sure that we're not doing duplicate profiles. We make sure that we're doing things in the right way compared to what I'm hearing from them. Creating duplicate profiles, getting stuff suspended, things not working. Our biggest thing is we want to be able to get you results. So when it comes to voice search registration, we do it really well. And we have a whole entire system that, like I said, we built it from the ground up. And it is one of those systems that you can really use for your business to be able to grow it. So that's how I would say we compare against them. For one, we're going to be up to 300 networks. Then the other piece is making sure that you have the tools and you also have the marketing coach. Just doing voice search and doing it as a one-time registration doesn't work. I haven't talked to a single business. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section below. Tell me how it is working for you. Tell me how well it is, because what I see when you register for that voice search, you're going to go up at the very top, and then all of a sudden you're going to fall down and you're not going to be able to rank again. What they're hoping for is you're going to go to one of the other companies, I think, because they have so many companies that are doing it. You'll give them a try, then you'll give them a try, and you just keep racking up these dollars, and it's going to cost you an absolute fortune as a local business. The next one on my list is going to be Synup. How do we compare to Synup? I've been a customer of Synups in my other companies. I've used them. They do really well. They're just not very, they focus very much on Google. They focus on Google and they focus on the listings piece. They don't focus on Bing. They're not focusing on being able to optimize and be able to do as much as they can. They don't have the marketing coach piece. They're not offering the free tools inside of there. They will do a scan on your business, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're a better software because we focus on more than just Google for all of our tools. And we have that marketing coach, we have that held experience, we have the to-do list, stuff that they don't offer. So I think we're a very, very big competitor of Synup. I believe in our product more than theirs. For one, we're in the US. I think they have some people in the US, but that really kind of helps. The next one on my list is Yext. Yext is a huge corporation. They are publicly traded. They have big offices, and I'll put this for Synup as well. They have big offices inside of New York. That's where their main addresses are located. Now, we're not a fancy company whatsoever. Our office is located inside of Dean's other business, which is Dean's my co-founder and Simply Be Found, and it's one of those things to where we operate both businesses out of the same building. I work from home. I'm in my basement right now, recording this video as I talk to you, and it's one of those things to where we don't have that big office. Yext, they've got a big office. They have a lot of staff. They have thousands upon thousands of people. They do millions of dollars, if not more than millions. I've never looked at their financial records that hard, but I've used them in the past. They have a really complex system. A lot of the networks they go out to, they own most of those networks, and they kind of do the whole song and dance. They have a lot of big corporations. They really don't deal with a lot of local businesses. If they are dealing with a local business, they have a division for it, I believe, and they also are relying on marketing agencies to sign people up and do it, which what I find is a lot of marketing agencies don't even use all their tools to their fullest consent. Now, one big thing with Yext is if you leave Yext, they pull you off all the listings and it reverts back to where you were before you started. What that's going to do is it's going to hurt your SEO score. If you're a current Yext customer and you're wanting to move over but want to make sure you keep all your data, we have some tricks and we have some tools to be able to do that. So let us know before you sign up, or after you sign up, let us know, send us a support ticket in before you cancel Yext so we can make sure we get that information over. The next one on my list is going to be Dba Platform. They're out of St. Petersburg, Florida. They're a good company. I've done a lot of work with them. I've actually went out on a boat with them for their founders and their owners, because I think they bought that company from somebody else. They focus primarily on Google. Now, the tools that we give out for free matches almost all their tools that they are charging for. They do some things that we don't do. They do some stuff in the auto world that we don't do. They do some stuff with products. They have some tools inside of there that do it. But they're a great company. I would recommend them. I would definitely highly recommend them if they meet your needs better than what we meet our needs. But I would say we're a direct competitor, and I think we have a lot more handheld experience, and we also make sure that we do things a little bit different to where you're going to get the results that you're looking for. They're one of those companies that put one of those squares up, kind of like Brightlocal as well, that we're going to go into next. They put up a box of all the squares. They tell you you're not being found. Well, my problem with that is IP addresses, locations. You can't get that exact of those little tiny, location icons that are on there. You really can't. So, in my opinion, they're a good company. They're focusing on kind of some of the wrong stuff. We're headed a different direction, I think. We're more than just Google. We're focusing on Bing. We're focusing on Facebook. We have a ton of stuff coming out there. So I'd say we're a really good contender when it comes to that. Now, the next one on my list is going to be Brightlocal. Brightlocal is a way for you to go out and you can register to thousands of different businesses. Again, I've used them. I looked at them when we were building out the engine piece or possibly going to them and decided, nah, it's not worth going to. I definitely say that they have some tools. They don't have as many tools as what we have. We have that reputation management. We go out to those 50 plus networks to monitor. We do a lot of things differently. I think they nickel and dime. And I think that's how a lot of these companies do. They nickel and dime the living hell out of the small business owner. And it might work if you're a big corporation, but I mean, all these guys have the white label ability for the most part. They also have API access, which an API is how you connect two computer systems. That's all for your big corporation stuff. The next one on my list is Marketing 360 or Madwire. Marketing 360 and Madwire is in Fort Collins, Colorado, and it's one of those things to where they're in our backyard. They definitely are. They do a lot of websites. They have a lot of big, huge staff. They do a lot of paid advertising, and they shove paid advertising down your throat, in my opinion. we compare to them because we don't really focus on the website piece. You can have a website. We can optimize your website. We can do that as an add-on if you ever want to do that. But it's one of those things to where we're going to focus on getting you local results and organically. Organically means that you're not paying per click. You're not paying per view. You're not doing any of that. There's no additional ad spend. We're doing everything organic that we end up doing so to be able to get you the results you're looking for. The next one on the list is Local Clarity. Local Clarity is a company, I believe, out of Chicago. They focus primarily on Google. Their platform is, I think, lacking in a lot of ways, but they're a good company. So, I mean, I've talked to them before, so if they're a good fit, look at it. But I don't think that they're focusing on all the different networks that we do. I mean, it's a big take to focus on Bing. It's a big take to focus on Apple and Google Business Profile and Facebook and make sure everything's in one spot to be able to do a good job on each. And I know some of the stuff we're lacking a little bit on today, but coming up in this first of the next year, we're going to absolutely be rocking it, especially based on the feedback. That's just my take. I mean, I think that there's some really good companies out there, some a lot more than what I mentioned. You have a ton more that are in other countries and all over the place. But I think we really stand out because Dean and I know small business. We're a small business operating to help small businesses get found by more local customers. We have the free tools. You get access to them. You can get in, you can kick around, you can try our platform and really be able to kind of grow with it. We're a great alternative to a lot of different marketing platforms out there. We have a lot of different tools, a lot of different pieces that a lot of people aren't doing. We try to make it simple. And I mean, you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting me when you make a phone call on the Simply Be Found. You have a 2 in 5 chance of getting one of the co-founders. I think that is absolutely huge because we understand what's happening inside of the business. I'm constantly looking, I'm directing my team for how they're going to go out, how they're going to fix the software, how they're going to improve the software. And you probably heard some of their messages just come across right there. But it's one of those things to where we want to stay small because we have to stay small to be able to understand that small business. Now, just because we're a small business doesn't mean we have an amazing, huge development team behind us and everybody is direct, they work for us. So it's one of those things to where we can help you be able to take your business to the next level because our front end of office is a small team that understands you and we can accomplish some really big stuff. Now, if you own multiple local businesses or you want to be able to do multi-location management, our system does a really good job with all of that as well, but I'm not going to tie that into this video. If you are looking for API access and to be able to really dive in at a technical level and want to build something custom, like I said, we built this from the ground up. We can white label, we can do access to a lot of different custom stuff. So make sure you check it out, have a phone call with us, and make sure you like, subscribe if you like hearing me go over videos like this. But this is how I think we are an alternative to a lot of our competition and help you be able to thrive as a small business. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.